Hey, welcome back to another video. So as you can see from these summon portals, there is a completely new portal that just came out today, the Untold Tales summon. Now, as what SG has mentioned, there will be no season 6 releasing for the foretold future. Instead, what they're doing is they are going back to Atlantis to basically fill the gaps in some of the story that was left untold, hence the Untold Tales. To anybody who has started the Untold Tales, well, I would say it's a map. I think it's like province, something like that. But it's actually something like what they call an Atlantean Games, which is something like the Olympic Games. They currently right now I think there's 28 I think provinces or 28 stages. Yep, correct. 28 stages that are open, and this will be a monthly event. Basically, as it goes on, the stages will continue to open, and you can see. I think I just did one. Let's see. I can just check for you guys here. So regardless of where you are, it's just another one here. Untold Tales, Mysteries of the Deep. You start with chapter 1, the Atlantean Games. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28 stages for normal, 28 stages for hard, and then I'm assuming that once normal and hard are done, so there's basically until chapter 6, then they will open the deadly chapters, which I think will make it much harder as well. Normal and hard so far, I've tried out one stage. Doesn't seem too bad. It's pretty decent. Different, I would say, new mechanics on the other underwater stages, but can be pretty fun if you like doing PvE in Empires and Puzzles. So, but let's look at the portal, and they have quite a few new heroes to look at, as though the game doesn't have enough new heroes. Let's have a look. I think they have I think there was 10 new heroes, 10 or 9 new heroes. So let's start with the featured ones. They have 3 new featured heroes. So let's have a look at the first one, LaSalle or LaSalle or LaSalle. I don't know how you want to pronounce it. Right. It is a red 5-star fighter class. Now all of these Untold Tales heroes have their own family bonus. So defenders of Atlantis family, heroes become stronger when teamed with other unique heroes of the same family. Bonus for 1 or 2 heroes, 50 or 75% chance to give all allies 30 plus 36% attack for 3 turns after this character receives special skill damage. So this reminds us something like the season 5, where upon being hit there is some sort of in season 5 it was when you get hit, there was some sort of ailment that they hit onto the person that used the special skill on them. This one is giving your allies buffs instead. So depending on how you look at it, this one might be a little bit better. If the enemy's special skill defeats this character, the chance is 75% or 100%, which is which is pretty much the same, but I like that they're giving plus 36% attack. That'll be interesting to see as well. Related family bonus, hero is related to the Atlantis family. So hero receives the family bonus of a related family when in a team with at least one related hero. Bonus for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heroes, plus 5, 10, 15, 20 or 25% defense. I like the defense bonus because it actually makes this hero much tougher than he actually seems. So that will be very interesting. And also season hero bonus, the members of this family have additional perks in Untold Tales stages. So not only from this family bonus, they also have their own passive as well. Effects on special skill, 50% chance to perform the following actions when this character casts their special skills, deals 80% damage to all enemies, and all allies gets plus 21% critical chance for 2 turns. So not only are you buffing your allies when he gets hit, he's gonna give plus 36% attack. Now when he casts his special skill, he's gonna get plus 21%. He's gonna give plus 21% critical chance to your allies as well. which is pretty awesome. And I'm not sure if these effects are balanced. It's well, we have to see this on defense to see how well this will work out. But let's not dwell too much into the realm of, oh, it's broken or what. But let's just take it as it is, and I think it's pretty awesome as well. So his special skill, flanking maneuver. Now the mana speed here, this is a completely new mana speed. It's something that is very interesting. Changing tides. So the mana speed alternates between fast and average every time the hero casts a special skill. So how this works, and what I understand from my alliance mate who was in beta, basically the first charge will be fast. So it will take 7 tiles with a level 30 mana troop, or level 29 or level 30 mana troop, level 23 or level 23 magic troop, assuming you have the I think it's assuming you have the what do you call it, the mana node as well. So basically first charge will be fast, and then once you use the first charge, the first time you cast a special skill, sorry, so the first time you charge a special skill, it's at fast speed, and then the second time you do it, it is at average speed. So that means it goes from needing 7 tiles with a level 30 mana troop to needing 9 tiles with a level 30 mana troop. So the first time you cast a special skill, so special skill needs consecutive users to reach full power in the following order. The first time you do it, deals 400% damage to the target, summons a sea cavalry fiend for the target. The fiend damages the enemy with 22% attack every turn. The sea cavalry fiend absorbs healing and disappears when he has absorbed health equal to 12% of its owner's max health. The sea cavalry fiend generates a clone of itself to nearby enemies after every turn. Wow. Okay, so additional info. Clone fiends absorb the same amount of healing and deal the same amount of damage as the original fiend. Okay, so that is the first time. So at fast speed, you basically do a snipe and you put a fiend on him, which replicates itself every turn to nearby enemies. So that means if you hit the tank, the next turn, the fiends will copy itself. As long as it's still attached to the tank, it will copy itself to the flanks. The question now would be, does those clones copy themselves later on? Because if for example, if you hit this on the tank and the tank doesn't heal, does that basically, that tank is going to give 3 more fiends to the flanks? Does it generate a clone of itself onto the tank? I'm not sure. And whether or not the clones will clone themselves to the wings and back to the tank. I would really much like to test this, because if it does that, if the best case scenario is that it replicates itself and the clones get to replicate themselves as well, this is a fun new mechanic you can use. It kind of reminds me of how a D'Artagnan, or how what's that purple knight's oh man, I'm having a brain fart. Basically there was a purple knight as well, at average speed, that was spreading poison damage to nearby enemies as well. So that'll be very interesting to see. So now second charge deals 450% damage. So remember, this second time you're casting it at average speed. So first time you do it, you need 7 tiles. The second time you do it, you need 9 tiles. Deals 450% damage to the target, summons a sea cavalry fiend, same thing, 22% attack every turn, absorbs 12% health, and then they generate a clone of itself. So the only thing that changes here is the higher snipe damage. Now, what do I think of this? This is a fun hero to use. I think it's fun. The fact that it's only 12% health, though, it means it's pretty easy to get rid of these fiends. However, if you're bringing this on offense and the defense doesn't have a healing factor mixed into the defense, then you get to see this fiend replicate itself again and again and again and again. And that's going to be pretty fun as well to see. So it's a fun hero. Not sure how well this one will fare in the current scheme of things, because you would want the battle to end fast rather than to prolong. But I guess with the current stat boost and everything that just happened in the recent balance update, um, battles might tend to go much longer. So maybe that's where the fiends will actually come into use. 22% attack on the fiends though isn't that much. Like I'm not sure. I would let me just hold on. So let me just check um what a standard fiend right now in the current meta does. So these fiends hit at 59% attack each turn and absorbing 32% health. So that's for Amethyst. So let's look at another one. We're going to ignore Iconia because Iconia is a it's not is a very specialized fiend. So let's look at nope, not this one. Let's look at Elizabeth. Yeah, I think Elizabeth is a very good option right now to look at. So damage the target at 43% attack. So it's much higher attack. So 22% attack isn't that much. So I think you're relying more on the snipe rather than the fiends here to deal damage. I think the fiends there is just to eat away at minions or something like that. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. And I'm not sure if that'll be good on defense as well. Because, I mean, if you're bringing a team to go against LaSalle on defense, you definitely want to bring healers, right? So just to get rid of the fiends. And it's a good way to kind of power out Arco as well. Because if you just bring Arco into LaSalle, it's like every time if you load up yourself in fiends and then you cast Arco, that's pretty much a 315. So there is a potential to change 15 fiends into minions, big fat minions, and you heal like a boatload of boosted health as well. So I'm not sure how this actually fits out. We're gonna have to test this on if we meet someone in raids who has this, and let's see how he functions. Okay, the second one, Turtle. Shout out to my man Turtle. So Galapego, it is a 5-star green turtle druid. So it does have the same family bonus here, Defenders of Atlantis. So if he gets hit, there is a chance he gives plus 36% attack to all allies. And then the same thing as well here. Once he casts his special skill, there is a chance to deal additional damage to enemies and and his allies get 21% critical chance. So interesting hero. So Testudo role. Wow, I've only ever seen Testudo in Scrabble. I'm pretty pretty amazed to see it, in a normal non-Scrabble related kind of thing. So same thing, mana speed. So all the Untold Tales heroes have this changing tides thing. So not gonna repeat the same thing, but essentially just to remind everyone, it is fast speed first and then average speed, and then it reverts back to fast speed and then average speed. So the first one, destroy all minions from all enemies, deals 230% damage to all enemies. All allies get plus 30% defense for 3 turns. This looks to be like a very supportish character to kind of, if you're going into Arco tanks or some form of minion tanks, then Galapego works very well, at fast speed. So 7 green tiles, and you can basically remove all minions from all enemies, and the rest of your team can just basically plow through them. The second charge, destroy all minions from all enemies, same thing, deals 310% damage to all enemies, so much higher damage percentage. Now stack, maximum of 10. The caster recovers 24 HP each turn for each destroyed minion. All allies get plus 50% defense for 3 turns. The stack is very interesting. I think this is the first time we've seen something like that. It's not the first time we've seen it in different formats. Just this one is for each destroyed minion, you gain a stack that lets you recover 24 HP per turn, which is very very nice to use him as like a some sort of like a tank. Not to say tank. The resilience of him will be really strong, so he probably won't die too much. Imagine if you kill so for each destroyed minion, right? So let's say on a bare minimum you kind of destroy 5 At fast speed, you destroy 5. You haven't killed a minion summoner, he summons another 5. You use the second charge to kind of kill. That's 120 HP per turn. That's alright. And oh my god, look at his health, 2400 health. What the heck? Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Max stack up to 10, so that means well, you would have to cast this skill 4 times, which means you really want to prolong the game for long. Then he heals 240 HP per turn. Pretty interesting. Plus, all allies get plus 50% defense for 3 turns, so that's like, holy crap, like, your team is not dying. So, I can see this as being quite a attack heavy support, in a sense that you want to kill all the minions first before you let your main damage dealers do most of the bulk of the damage. So, like, for example, the fact that now minions are so fat, you can use like Frick, for example, fast speed damage defense down to all enemies, and then you use Galapego to kind of remove the fiends and deal a lot of damage. 310% damage when enemies are having defense down is pretty good, and then you can kind of use Archie to kind of finish up the job. So that would be the combination that I can see people using. So pretty interesting. Would love to see this on defense as well, just to test him out. So the final featured one is Forces. Forces is a 5-star purple monk, same family, same passive as well. Rally of the Deep. So his alpha taunt, his alpha power is taunt, so that's pretty good. So which means it's kind of like a foreshadowing of what his skill actually does. So we are going to see a taunt, I guess, on him. So the first special skill, when he casts, summons a merman minion for the caster and nearby allies with 27 HP and 27% HP and 26% attack inherit from the caster. The minions adds 5% mana to its owner at the end of each turn. Wow. The caster gets taunt that prevents enemies from using special skills on the end caster's allies for 3 turns. Wow. So a fast speed taunt. That's a first. I don't think we have seen a fast speed taunt before. So this is very, very interesting. Also, bear in mind, fast speed taunt for 3 turns. If they do not bring dispellers, if you are flanking, like for example, you bring this on attack, right? Whoever you flank beside him, and if my maths is right, if you use him as a fast speed guy, so naturally you get 7 purple. If the 2 heroes that you use flanking him are average speed heroes, you don't need to hit another, as long as the taunt is active and the minions on your 2 flanks do not die. Your 2 flanks can be average speed and they can charge after 2 turns, 2 or 3 turns. Wow, that's cool. The second part is summons a merman minion for the caster, same thing, with 27% HP and 26% attack. Same thing, adds 5% mana to its owner at the end of each turn. Same thing, taunt for 3 turns. But stack maximum of 10, all allies get plus 20% attack for their minions. I don't understand this. Wait, hold on, let me try and understand this. All allies get plus 20% attack for their minions. So does that affect the minions or does that affect themselves? Huh. So if I cast... The wording is a bit confusing here. All allies get plus 20% attack for their minions. So does that mean that for each minion... So each stack gives them plus 20% attack to their minions. So the minions are going to hit much harder with every stack. So it's a minion focused thing, unless, I think that's what it means. So it grants the minions more attack, more percentage attack. I'm gonna have to test this out. I'm really not sure how the wording works out here, but if I'm not mistaken, it means for every stack you get, the minions get much harder it will hit much harder. So that is an interesting stack here. I don't think that stack will really come into play much often unless you're having someone like, you pair this with like Freya, for example, where she gives a whole buttload of attack as well to your minions. So this will be interesting, but I love that the minions give 5% mana to its owner. That is huge. Like Inari as well does the same thing, and I think she can be really good. The only problem was she was at average speed, which usually doesn't really work out. But at fast speed, when you cast him the first time, I think that's where the money is, and I think he'll be very interesting as well. It will be fun to meet all these heroes in raids and see how it goes. So, and I hate that that they do this stupid spinning thing. All right, the next ones, there are another 2 more 5 stars here that are not featured. So Ephira, it's a 5-star cleric. So same family bonus, same passive bonus as well. Seabait Pirouette. Wow. Summons a jellyfish minion for each ally with 32% HP. 32% HP is a lot. 24% attack inherited from the caster. All allies get plus 5% inherited HP for new minions they summon. So, that means the minions will get bigger and bigger and bigger every time you cast this skill. Interesting. The second one, they adds another thing on top. Replaces all fiends on all allies with jellyfish minions. Summons a jellyfish minion, so this is the same thing, 32% HP and 24% attack, and they still get a stack of 5% hit inherited HP for new minions they summon. So this is more of a minion heavy hero with the amount of minions that are around, minion removers that are around. Not too good, but I can see this being annoying, especially when you can run this like you can run this at like everyone in your 30 alliance members run this at flank or something like that, and then all of a sudden, if you have like a very strong resilient tank, as long as Ephira keeps firing, the minions just get bigger and bigger and bigger. That you can have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 minion removers, but 5 and 6, if they keep being so resilient, those minions will get fatter and fatter and fatter, and how the heck are you going to go past them in a battle that you want to cut short? So I can see this being okay if the battle is prolonged. So I'm gonna give my thoughts on that later on, but let's move on to the next one first. The next one we have is, oh god, next one was a blue 5-star Thalassa. So 5-star blue cleric, same family bonus, same passive skill. Ocean's Embrace. So the first time, boost health of all allies by 330. Boosted health can exceed max HP. The duration of status ailments is reset for all enemies. Okay. Second charge, or second time you use the special skill, boost health of all allies by 370. The duration of status ailments is reset for all enemies. All allies are immune to new status ailments for 3 turns. Okay. So now we have something cooking here. I think it's decent. It's not to say overpowered. We'll have to see if that boosted health actually matters. Like the number here actually matters, because 330 and 370 is not too much if you compare to, like, for example, Hathor, which is healing for like, I think 400 to 500. Who else? Heimdall, which is healing for 500. Although this one is fast speed. So okay, just I'm pretty curious right now. Let's see who has a Hathor on defense, and then we can see how much she heals. 480. Yeah, so I was remembering correctly. So 480 at fast speed always, so that's very different compared to Thalassa. I guess Thalassa, you want to use it in a way that you have more ailments that you're hitting onto enemies, and you want to just basically reset those ailments to make sure that they stay on the enemies. Alright, so the next one, we're going to the 4-star realm. So there's two 4-stars here. Sharkai. So Sharkai is, now we have a different family bonus. So let's have a look at it. Nightmares of Atlantis family. So heroes become stronger when teamed with other unique heroes of the same family. Bonus for 1-2 heroes. 50% or 75% chance to cast negative 10% mana generation for 3 turns on an enemy who deals special skill damage to this character. If the enemy's special skill defeats this character, the chance is 75% or 100%. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Not really as impactful as giving a buff to all allies. But it is the same thing as the season 5 heroes. The fact that, you know, they hit some sort of ailment onto the person that hits a special skill on him, and negative 10% mana generation can be pretty impactful, especially if you're highly dependent on, you know, mana breakpoints to be entirely exact. Then this one will disrupt the tile movements a little bit. So the same thing, he does get relations with the Atlantis family. So same thing, you get a bonus defense as long as you have one other Atlantis family as well. So let's look at his special skill, critical tactics, changing tides. So remember, fast average. First time, all allies get plus 80% normal attack for 5 turns. The normal attack is increased by 20% each turn. This effect can be active in addition to effects that alter attack in general. Normal attacks can have a total maximum of 160% increased power. While this effect is active, all allies get plus 20% critical chance for 5 turns. Wow. Second charge. All allies get plus 80% normal attack for 5 turns. So blah blah blah, the same thing again. Sorry, I hate reading all these things, especially if it's so repetitive. So normal attacks can have a total maximum of 160%. So it's basically the same thing. The difference is all allies get plus 35% critical chance for 5 turns. Now, will this replace Sergi, Mickey, or Tarlak on Titans? Let's just do a rough comparison. Holy shit! You gotta find a way to stop rotating this shit. All right, okay. So let's see. Plus 80% normal attack for 5 turns, and it stacks for 5 turns. So by himself, he can hit 160% increased power. And let's say, assuming you get you go to the second charge of 35% crit chance. So there are no purple heroes that give critical chance apart from what do you call it? What's that hero, the man named Kiona, that gives a critical chance on the element link. But let's look at Sergi. So I have Sergi for a while. Let's see. Okay, so Sergi does 160% as well, but you get 100% normal attack for 5 turns. So that means if you use this on Titans, 1 turn of Sharkai gives the same thing on Sergi, but Sergi doesn't give critical chance. And Sergi, you pretty much have to charge him to second charge, which is basically 12 tiles. Let's look at Mickey. Mickey, I think, is 130% with a maximum of 170%. The difference is still they don't give this critical chance. So let's say it's kind of like a combination between Sergi and Gregorian. So if you ask me, the fact that, yeah, this is only 30% crit chance, by the way. So the fact that he gives critical chance makes him a much better hero, I feel, to use compared to using Sergi on Titans. And I kind of like that. This is actually, when I saw this in the beta, this was the one that I actually wanted. It wasn't the 5 stars that I wanted, it was the 4-star. And I think he is brilliant in this case. Most of you who have seen this will see a familiar face. I mean, he is pretty much in season 4 and season 2 as well, just on a slightly different design. But yeah, pretty cool to have one of the minions finally become a hero. Same thing as Mulgok here, a 4-star green rogue. So Nightmare of Atlantis family bonus. So Noxious Cleave. Deals 230% damage to the target and nearby enemies. I like that. Reduces the mana of the target and nearby enemies by 10%. Wow, so at fast speed. Interesting. I'm liking this already. So the second time, deals 260% damage to the target and nearby enemies. Reduces the mana by 15%. And all enemies receive 800 poison damage over 5 turns. The caster absorbs 50% of dealt poison damage as health. Wow. Oh, and I forgot to look at the passive. Now this is the reason that makes it so much better. 50% chance to perform the following actions when this character casts their special skills. Deals 80% damage to all enemies, and the caster gets plus 19% mana generation for 2 turns. So on a good scenario, on a the best case scenario, if you cast his special skill at fast at the first charge and you get this 19% mana generation, if I'm not mistaken, and let me just pull up the chart. I don't have the chart fully memorized, so that sucks for me, but if I remember correctly, you need 43% at an average speed. You need 43% mana generation bonus in order to reach fast speed. So if you do that, if you have a level 30 mana troop, that's 15%. If you have a bard, 20%. He's a rogue, 22%. 19, so it doesn't work with a mana troop. If you have a level 30 magic troop, 20% from the magic troop, 5% from a bard, that's 25%. If you hit this 19% at 44%, you are able to charge him at fast speed again. So it doesn't matter if the passive triggers. It's basically not the changing tides. The tides are not changing. The tides are pretty much equal. Fast speed at first time you use it, fast speed at second time you use it. So I think this is really brilliant. Like I'm loving this hero. I'm loving the passive here for the Nightmare of Atlantis family. Hold on, let me just do that. So that works out for Sharkai and for Mulgog as well, which I think is pretty brilliant. I think these are good 4 stars that have, pretty good contention to be, up there in the 5-star range, especially if you double limit break them. I mean, just look at the stats when you double limit break. Also, he gets attack up as well. So, what's not to like about these guys, man? So the final one, and wow, this has been a long video of me feedbacking all this. So Bugreg, a 3-star red hero. I don't like that he's a ranger class. I have so little ranger emblems. A burning javelin. So again, this thing, and this matters a lot when you're having. Well, it wouldn't matter too much, but I think it does. It does as well. So at 3-star, 3-star tournaments, you don't have mana troops, but with this 19% mana generation, if it triggers, he goes from essentially slow to essentially fast. So 3 matches will get him to charge again. So that's pretty good. So let's see. Burning Javelin deals 180% damage to the target and nearby enemies. The target and nearby enemies get negative 34% defense against fire. We finally have a 3-star elemental defense down in red, which means say hello to new challenge events where people might use red instead of blue. So that will be very interesting to see. The second time deals 200% damage to the target and nearby enemies. The target and nearby enemies get negative 54% defense against fire for 3 turns. Loving it. I love this hero. I like that they're introducing this. It gives people more options to play with. Probably not for the higher, if you're aiming for high scores. I'm not sure if this one will play a factor in, but maybe because you can use Cornell, Bugreg and Buster, then holy crap, this might actually change the landscape of challenge events, maybe. But in raid tournaments as well, so this one will be very, very good, and I will definitely level him straight away if I pull him. So what do I think about all these Untold Tales heroes? So one thing we're going to have to see is whether or not the fact that they have to charge, they have to fire twice, makes it pretty iffy on defense, because if they die before their second time they cast their special skill, then you don't get the full effects of their special skill. Then we'll have to see whether or not this stat boost will actually prolong the game, prolong the match long enough for them to be able to use their special skill the second time, or are these basically more potent on offense? Because if they're more potent on offense, I can see that happening, because most of the time, you can actually cast their special skill twice if you're looking for a prolonged match. So it'll be interesting to see. All these heroes are pretty decent. I wouldn't say they are must-haves, but they are pretty okay. Also in this portal, there is a chance that you can get the Atlantis family heroes from Season 2. So Oceanus is here, Athamos, Rosenia, Ariel, Poseidon, Tethys as well. You get Triton, Gadairis, Proteus, Melia, and Nesius. And then you also get Season 1 crap, but yeah, you know what? That's how it is. That's how it always is. So I did get 10 pulls here. So let's just see, what our luck is. And then we'll end this video. So hope for the best. See what we get. Honestly, I just want Sharkai or the 3-star, and I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not looking so much at the 5 stars. I don't have materials anyways, so hell yeah. So now we get Balgreg. I'm gonna level him immediately. I'm gonna be leveling him immediately. Ooh, Triton. Well, I have a Triton now and I still haven't leveled the costume yet. Oh my god! Oh hell yeah! Oh, we got the turtle! Turtle, this goes out for you. Holy crap, we got that turtle. The only problem is, I have no damn tonics. Oh hell yeah. This turned out to be the best 10 pull investment that I can potentially get. Now if I can get Sharkai, I'm not pulling anymore. Come on, Sharkai. Come on. Sharkai? Oh no, it's a blue. Damn it. Okay, final one. See who we get. Sharkai, come on. Oh man. Okay, but anyways, I'm pretty happy with getting Galapago. I think he's one of the nicer ones to use as well. Not sure if I'll level him up anytime soon, because I currently want to get Liana leveled, but who knows, maybe Liana will get a backseat here and I'll level Galapago instead. Oh god, I need druid emblems. Holy crap. Wow, but that was really fun. Okay, let's open this chest and see what we can get. So I think the bonus chest, you can get certain materials. Oh god, that's a bunch of useless materials, but essentially what you can get is rare and epic ascension materials, and also rare and epic crafting materials, and you also can get extra Untold Tales coins as well. So that was a good pull, I would say, getting Galapago. But yeah, hope you like this video. If you like it, do give this video a like. Let me know what you get, man. If you get like LaSalle, Galapago, or Forces. I think Forces would be very interesting as well, being a fast speed taunt. But yeah, let me know if you get anything here, and let me know if you like the feedback, or if you think I missed out something, or there's something that you want me to do a little bit of a feedback on. Just let me know, and I'll be sure to add that in the next video. I'll see you guys then. GG.